impressive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. We've got Lonzo Ball. He's out there with the Cobra. McDaniels is out there with Williams. And it's Jovic in at the 4. And for San Antonio, the forwards for him, Johnson and Sohan. The guard pair are Jones and Vassell. And it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And when you look at a player like Devin Vassell, his massive reach really stands out.
GA, a young man with a near 7-foot wingspan. Combine that with his quickness, Vassell has potential to be a really remarkable defender.
And it's Vassell in the corner. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Not his strength, but Devin Vassell is putting in work.
Steve, no small ball here tonight. Both teams rely on their centers to set the tone at both ends.
And with the way teams switch nowadays, you don't know if they'll be guarding each other. It's not the type of head-to-head matchup we might have seen 20 years ago.
And he's good on the first of 3. Good on the... second free throw. And he nails the third. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Chicago. It's a 3-point game. And this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
You know what? Every win counts in this league, and both of these teams want every victory they can get.
Now here's Jones. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Sohan, it's good from long range. And with Tim Duncan and David Robinson, Greg, the legendary Spurs big man of days gone by, does that, do you think, add pressure for Victor Wembanyama?
Maybe a bit, but he also has the resources of the same great organization behind him, and that's what'll help.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Strong move by Lonzo. He has the size to take the contact and complete the play.
Bulls shooting their first free throw tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's good from Ball. 1:25 left to play in the first quarter. Jones against Ball. Wembanyama, right side. Rebound by Williams. Bulls have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. To the inside, Jovic still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. And the foul called on the Cobra. That's his first foul. Collins checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Reed, he's checked in for Chicago.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Johnson. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. Jones, the pass to Vassell. Now here's Johnson. McDaniels defending. And the basket by Johnson.
And they call him big body for a reason. Johnson, adept at fighting off contact.
Ball against Jones. Passes it to the Cobra. And the rejection by Collins. Vassell, the pass to Sohan. Johnson outside. Latrey. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Bulls trail by 5. Pass to the Cobra. Tries it from the top of the key. Vassell grabs the board. Outside, Jones. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that does it for the first quarter. It's San Antonio. They lead by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Spurs leading by 5. So on the floor for Chicago to start the second quarter. Dosunmu is out there with White. And it's Alex Caruso. Then there's Reed. And it's Williams at the 5 spot.
Love it when Rose looks to share the ball, especially when his teammates are open like that.
Here's Dosunmu following the bucket by the Spurs. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. There's the pass to Collins. That one good for 2. And you think of height as an advantage in basketball, but Greg, the versatility at such a premium. Can you be too tall in today's NBA?
It's a valid question. The two biggest concerns for 7-footers are mobility and durability. To move the way they need to puts a lot of strain on those lower extremities.
And here are the Bulls now after the basket by San Antonio. Just 5 to shoot. Here's White. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And the Spurs with some changes. Sohan's checked in, and it's Johnson in for Jetty Osman. Chicago also making some changes. Jovic is checked in, and Ball subbed in for Dosunmu. So for Chicago, their last game a win against Golden State.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
I love the communication, love the hustle. They came up with big stops all night.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
Now here's Johnson. And it's blocked, and he gets it back. Wembanyama, that's for 2, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. Williams attacking, and it's slammed in by Williams.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Jones looking for an opening. Back to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Here's Williams. San Antonio with the rebound. And the call will go against the great. That'll be his second foul of the game. Vassell, he's checked in for San Antonio. The Bulls also changing it up. McDaniels, he's checked in for Reed. And it's the Cobra in for Kobe White. San Antonio leading by 9. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Wembanyama down low, working on Williams, and it's in there. Wembanyama has got the lead up to 11 now for San Antonio.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Ball, the pass to Williams, and the slam by Williams.
Lonzo Ball running pick and roll. just looks right. There's a flow to it.
The Spurs have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Wembanyama down low. He's guarded by Williams.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
You want to stay aggressive right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin.
An offensive mastery right there. I mean, great move in the lane and then the flush.
With just no way for the D to handle it. And we finished one half of basketball. Spurs lead by 9. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what did you see in the first half?
We had ball movement. You know, we weren't in mud. Guys were in attack mode. Nobody held the ball. You know, you pass, catch, or shoot. And we did that a lot in the first half.
Yeah, you had them swiveling, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Take a look at the Spurs. They're sort of stuck in this same range, right in the middle, here in the middle of the season.
Middling overall, just like your analysis, Kenny. Just kidding, my buddy. You're the best, or at least top 30.
Top 30?
That's saying
top
something.
30?
Moving on. In that first half of basketball, things are looking pretty good for the San Antonio Spurs.
The offense is clicking right now. They're moving it well. Stick with it. The defense.
And that about wraps up.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That sets off a 5-game tour for Vassell in the wing along with Johnson. Wembanyama is the center with Sohan next to him. And it's Jones in at the 1. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half. He gets that one. That's now 8 points for Victor Wembanyama.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut back down again to single digits with those points from the Cobra.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Now, here's Vassell. Defense right on him. Here's Sohan. No good from outside. Bulls trail by 9. Here's the Cobra. Rebound by Sohan.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
He kicks it to Jones. Pass to Vassell. No good that time. Into the Bulls, shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Victor Wembanyama is drawing admirers far and wide, including some who know their hoops, like LeBron James. LeBron says he's for sure a generational talent. Everybody's been a unicorn over the last few years, but he's more like an alien. Nobody has ever seen anyone as tall as he is, but as fluid and as graceful as he is out on the floor. Kevin?
Yeah, David, you and I agree. He is different. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. The Spurs making a switch here. Collins is checked in, and the Bulls making a change also. Caruso's checked in. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
And you look at the Cobra, almost all the way up there in the top spot. I don't know if he'll make it to number one. You'd have to say he's going to be a part of the contest for sure.
It's looking that way, and the contest will be a lot better off having him in it. He always puts on a show.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
The Spurs making a switch here. Osman's checked in. Pass to the Cobra. 51 seconds left to play here in the third, and the shot is good.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Back to Jones. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Pass to Caruso. Here's the Cobra. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
29 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Jones. No scoring in this one. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Chicago with the rebound. The Cobra's got his fourth rebound in this one. Driving to the basket. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama. Bulls shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
With one on the clock. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's San Antonio. They lead by a bucket. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
We had a lot of great shots. You have them drop. A lot of great shots. Keep moving the ball. It's the key. The ball's got to move. People got to move.
And this is what Greg Popovich wants to see, guys. Playing unselfishly and taking good shots.
Yeah, and having a little bit of bad luck offensively, but the coach wants them to stay confident. Just keep running the offense. Trust in who you are.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. We've got Williams, the Cobra out there with ball. Then there's McDaniels, and it's Jovic in at the 4 slot. And here's Jones. It's Vassell on the wing. No good on the 3. Here's the Cobra. And it's all evened up. The Cobra's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Chicago. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They've led by as many as 11 points. That one goes in.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
The pass to Jovic. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Pass to the Cobra. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Now, here's Vassell. McDaniels defending. And the basket by Vassell.
The high release point of Devin Vassell's jumper, it really helps.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. Now he's encouraging them to keep attacking in the paint. He said, when we get inside, we score. Simple as that. Keep attacking and don't settle for anything that's not at the rim. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs?
Smart ball handling from them in this one. Passing around to get ahead of the defense and putting it in the hands of ready shooters.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
So in the pass to Jones. Vassell was screen on ball. 6 to shoot. Jones for 3. Rebound by the Bulls.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
And the foul called on the Cobra. That'll be his second foul of the game. And here's a timeout from Greg Popovich. 50 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Johnson outside. Passes it to Vassell. Clock at 6. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Wembanyama. That's no good. He's 5 of 10 from the field. And Chicago has possession. Here's Williams.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
One second separating the shot clock and game clock. Williams against Wembanyama. Over Williams. Wembanyama, no good. And they go to the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
This is where you want to run a play. Don't just walk it up and heave it.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
2 shots.
And he is unable to get the second one. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, the Cobra.